Ian.
Dave.
We didn't talk about an opener, but this is Apex Adjacent.
We sure didn't. I just realized that as soon as you said my name.
And that's okay. Ian, how are you, buddy?
I'm okay. I feel very unprepared this evening.
That's perfectly fine. This is one of those I got you, boo scenarios. Okay. Yeah, call me a Mercedes-Benz E500.
Yeah, I've got you.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, you want a little bit of hot air blowing on your neck during a cold day? I can do that. Yeah.
and you do regularly. I keep asking you to stop, but you keep doing it. Yeah, I was finally complete with HR, but it turns out HR is you as well. So.
It's me. Yep. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy, but we got a bunch of stuff. So, we have listener My Eyes. I have some My Eyes. We've got some license plate games. I have an extra listener My Eyes, and then of course we're going to get to your album of the week, buddy.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, Ian, I gotta show you some stuff because guess what? Our buddy Mark has been to a car show in upstate New York. He said it was hardcore Trump country, but there were still some cool cars, like this. I mean, it's a fucking Vista Cruiser.
Hell yeah.
Right? In like the best green color with the gold stripe on the side.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of like, I'm not really like too surprised at car shows, like with like Chevelles and Caminos and stuff. Like, sure, they're nice to see, like I'm not going to poo poo like a great muscle car. But I mean, if I'm walking amongst those and I see one of these, I'm going straight for it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The window, like the top window. I mean, this is what they had on that 70s show. That was the car that they had on the show.
I never watched that show.
Yeah. The Vista Cruiser, like it was like, yeah, pretty legendary. Yeah.
Very cool. I mean, I love that paint. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the wheels work for me as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he saw some other rad stuff, some non-American stuff like this freaking Volvo that is in like the best. I don't know if that's paint or wrap or whatever, but like I love this like big chonky kind of like angular.
It's almost like urban camo, but like bad urban camo.
Right. Yeah. Because you'd be like, there it is.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's outlined in red.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's not quite like dazzle camouflage, but like kind of like evokes some of that stuff. But like this sweet old Volvo coupe, man. Yeah.
Man, that looks really good.
Right? Yeah.
It's like slightly slammed.
Yeah. Like just correctly slammed. I want to know what's going on with the motor in this thing because that looks like a modern valve cover.
It sure does.
So if this thing is running like the 5-cylinder, that is going to be rad as hell.
But I don't know what it would be. What has Volvo made in the last however long that would be longitudinal?
I mean, nothing. I guess you'd be adapting that to something.
Adapting it, or something. Yeah. Huh.
Right?
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, the way that lettering is facing, it does look like they took a transverse engine and turned it 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, maybe like something out of a C30 or something.
Yeah. Rad as hell, right? Yeah. And then lastly, these are some of my favorites, man. I had a friend of mine that had one of these Volkswagen Rabbits. His was black in 1981. But like, yeah. It's crazy that like a car in 1993 looked like this. Yeah, it has a vanity plate 93 V-dub.
Yeah, that generation Rabbit has aged incredibly well for whatever reason.
Yep. Yeah.
It just looks so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm loving these monoblocks on the GLI over here too.
100%, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good with naming wheels? Like,
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I can do like 5.
Okay. I think that might be 3 more than me. Yeah.
But I don't know, for whatever reason, I woke up one day and I was like, I love every wheel from the 1980s. I don't know why.
No. Yeah. I'm there with you. Yeah.
Like I'm obsessed with like, if I could do anything for my car, I would get rotiform wheels for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be so amazing. Yeah. Yeah, and
But
like
yeah,
all this like the renaissance of like, like all the period influence, like the arrow, like those
hmm
arrow wheels and stuff like coming back into today's stuff is
yep,
so awesome.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah. And I love a Jetta GLI, like the old school Jetta GLI,
very cool. Yep.
right? Yeah. I like when I see something like that, like just tastefully dropped, like not crazy stanced out, but just like kind of smaller wheels, like I don't know. That does something for me right there. I'm into that.
That size wheel with flares, with fender
Yes.
flares, just works. It's
Yeah.
just there's just something very cool about it.
Right? Yeah, like all these like golden ratio like things are
Mhm.
like lining like all of these things, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
you look at the look at the Camaro next to it, and you're
Right.
like, that looks ridiculous next to this.
Right?
It
Yeah,
just looks silly.
the Camaro has brake rotors at the size of those wheels on the Jetta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does look silly. Yeah.
And I mean, look at the size of the window opening.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's like 6 vertical inches of Camaro and like, yeah, a foot and a half of vertical glass on the Volkswagen at least, right?
yeah, and they're about the same height,
Yeah, they're not that far off. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy to see. I mean, when you see those two era cars parked next to one another, you're just like, wow, we have lost our way.
We used to be a country.
I know you can like survive a crash in the Camaro. I get it. I get it.
Right, right.
However,
Right. I know which one I want to get groceries in.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's another instance of like the coolest is not the best. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
the Camaro runs circles around that little GLI, but who the fuck cares? Right?
hmm
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Hey,
don't
actually, FMK.
Oh, okay. The Rabbit, the GLI, and the Camaro.
Yeah.
I think I gotta I mean, you know how I am with convertibles.
Yeah.
But I think I gotta kill the Camaro in this situation,
I think you're
right?
right. I think you're
Yeah,
right.
and then just for a day go with the Rabbit, and then definitely marry that Jetta GLI,
I am with you 100,000%. Yes.
right? Yeah,
That is the correct answer.
yeah. Apex adjacent alignment, man. God, that car looks so good. Thank you, Mark, for sending these. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
He may have sent some others that will pop up in license plate games down the
Ooh.
road. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Old
Next.
McDonald. That's some foreshadowing.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. Let's see. Speaking of awesome things with wheel flares,
Mhm.
our buddy Eric was traveling or no, I'm sorry. He was just not too far away from his normal area, and he stumbled upon a mechanic, an automotive mechanic that has a Mitsubishi Starion shell on its roof.
That's amazing.
Yeah, right? And he copied the Google Maps link so we can go look at it on Street View. Yeah. It's a red Mitsubishi Starion, which is like one of the coolest cars ever effing made. Yeah, here
Yes.
it is, man. Yeah. This is O'Keefe's Automotive. Yeah, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Amazing.
With a Starion on the roof, right?
It's so crazy. I wonder what are Starions worth now? Can you still get those cheap?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Vichy Starion
Yeah.
for sale. Let's do it. That's not a fucking bring a trailer. Let's do Auto Trader Classics. $24,000. That's fucking insane. God
Never
damn it.
mind.
Yeah, never mind.
They're very cool cars though.
They really are. Yeah. There's one up on Bring a Trailer right now that is going for $4,700.
Here's the you know what the problem with this though is?
What's that?
Is that everybody would say like, bitch and Trans Am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everyone would think that you have like a third gen Camaro, whatever,
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Like I could yeah, I could see you getting called like a Fiero or like anything in between. Yeah, that
Right.
Trans Am. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But that's a cross I'd be willing to bear.
Yeah, they're just they're so cool. Right? I have no idea if they're actually fast or not. I'm guessing not.
I mean, it was a turbo 4, you know,
so it made 87 horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, turbo inline 4. Yeah. I don't know, the TSI 5-speed. Yeah, let's look at the horsepower. Horse purrs. 188 horsepower. That's not bad.
1987. That wasn't nothing.
No, it was not. Yeah, let's look at curb weight. Yeah, curb what?
3,000 pounds. So
okay. Yeah, 28 more horsepower than the Nuggie and 400 more pounds. So yeah.
You got to get that DSM life,
right?
Like it always seems. I feel like that's the, we talked about that with my Saab, like the idea and then the reality.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like Diamond Star Motors, that should have been their like motto. Like it seems like a great idea.
Sure, 4-wheel steering and a twin turbo V6 convertible coupe. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's definitely going to ruin your life, but it'll be very cool as it does.
Right? Yeah. Remember that cool Eclipse that I saw, the 3rd gen? Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a dude's garage and talked to him about it? Yeah. I don't know. The DSM stuff has always looked so good to me. You know, that generation of Eclipse is so beautiful.
Well, and I think people forget, I mean, us old people, we remember, but like
the olds.
The kids these days, they don't remember, they don't know what it was like before we got the WRX.
Right. You know, that's a good point. Yeah.
You know, that like really changed a lot of stuff.
Right.
In the US, and especially for like just the horsepower that you could get in a cheap performance car, you know, like that was sort of the beginning of like, oh, you can actually go fast for not supercar money. Right.
In an import, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And before that, it was this stuff, right? It was all Eclipses and Starions, Conquest, whatever.
Yeah.
It was all the DSM. That's where it was at.
Right. Yeah. You're right. There was definitely like a Rubicon that was crossed when the WRX finally landed. Yeah.
I mean, in my mind, that is like for like enthusiasts that didn't have insane money. That is like a year zero for me. In my head. I don't know if
that's a good point. Yeah.
And maybe it's just because I was like 20 years old or whatever and reading car magazines all the time, but like I just remember that as like, oh, this is like a big deal.
I think it was huge because for a lot of reasons. So the forbidden fruit finally got real, right?
Yes.
But then also turbocharged 4-cylinders were not too common. You had you had the Conquest TSI, you had the Eagle Laser Eclipse.
Yeah, it was all DSM.
DSM, right?
DSM and Saab, and that was it.
Yeah. You could get like the turbo Volvo, but that's not like a sports car, right?
Right.
It wasn't like everything. It seemed like that was the thing that you could get turnkey that previously you would have had to get, like, if you wanted a Honda that had boost, you would have had to do so much work and sink so much money into it, and then you still just have a Honda that has a turbo, right? And then the WRX kicks in the door and is like, nope, like you're fucking ready to go, $26,000 or whatever, you know?
Yep. Yeah. Well, and I mean, think about it. Like every enthusiast car at that point was still naturally aspirated. The Celica was naturally aspirated. The Civic, the Integra, you know, the Protege, the Mazda Speed Protege at the time, that was naturally aspirated. Even the Hyundai, like the Tiburon that came out a couple years after that, and all that, like all naturally aspirated. And then Subaru was like, "Hey guys,"
right. Yeah.
and then we got the Lancer. What, 2 generations after that? 1 generation after that, something like that.
Yeah, something
We
like
didn't
that.
get the Evo until the. Oh, someone will tell me, but
right.
it was after the WX was here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point. It was a big shift. Yeah. The turbo, like, I don't know. Yeah, like I think you've opened my eyes to how much for granted I take like turbo 4 cylinders, like like the diversity
Mm-hmm.
that we have nowadays, right?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For better
Yeah.
or for worse, everything's turbocharged.
Right. True. True. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I appreciate Eric sending that in because having a Starry on your shop is a pretty good flex. I'm here for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then yeah. Oh, Eric also wanted to say that was sorry for sending the Altibarth. Remember the Ultima with the big scorpion on it? Yeah. 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 And he did send a real Abarth that I forgot to put in the show folder, so we'll have to show that another time. But yeah.
Well, I mean, there is news about the Ultima. Did you see this? That
No.
The Ultima is no more.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Nissan killed the Ultima?
Nissan's killing the Ultima.
What?
Which means that you are now somewhat less likely to get killed by an Ultima. But only slightly.
Only slightly. Wow, the Ultima and Versa. I mean, nobody's going to miss the Versa, but the Ultima, okay. Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
It's the fastest car on the planet, so I don't know what's going to replace it. Like that's the question. Like, what are the worst drivers going to move to now that the Ultima is gone?
Right. I feel like they went from like a Dodge Conquest to the Ultima.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or Dodge Avenger.
Oh, right. Oh, the Avenger. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The Avenger to the Ultima. Yeah. I don't know. What is just like, oh man, it might be a crossover.
That was kind of where my head was at too, is that the really unfortunate thing about this is not that the Ultima is going away, because I don't think anyone's going to really miss the Ultima, but that we're now giving the worst drivers in the world more mass to run into you with.
Right. Higher, more tippy, all of that. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is making the weapon bigger is essentially what's happened.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know. Is it going to be like used Honda CRVs? No, probably not. No, it's got to be cheaper than that. Right? Like used Hyundai Santa Fe's. Kia Sportages and Hyundai Santa Fe's are now. Congratulations, you're soon to become the fastest car in the world. Right? Yeah.
Well, and those are free. You just like pick them up on the street.
That's true. Yeah. Used to be like Camrys and Civics, but nowadays, these are ripe for picking. Yeah. What was the story back in the day that there was a guy, I think he was in Colorado, in Denver, or in Fort Collins, that was stealing a Toyota Camry every week to go visit his girlfriend in Pueblo or something?
What?
Yeah, it was like, no? Yeah, there was a story a while ago. I thought it was in Colorado. I could be completely mistaken, but the police finally caught this guy that was stealing like a late 80s to early mid 90s Toyota Camry, because you could open them with a tennis ball with a hole in it. Did you know about this?
I didn't know about that.
Okay, so this is Apex Adjacent, how to break into cars.
So this is like the historical equivalent of the USB cable starting the Kias and the Hyundais.
Yep. Let's see here. How do I use a tennis ball to unlock car doors without a key? Like, I think they were saying like that with that you could like push and it would push in and it would, like, the lock cylinder was so lame that like I don't know if that's true or not. Snopes says it's false, but that's probably just for all cars. But anyway, but there was a guy that was stealing Toyota Camrys because they were so easy to steal Like, yeah. And I mean, this was like 2005 to 10, somewhere in there. So like I had a friend of mine that had a Toyota 4Runner, like a third gen, and I was at his place and I needed to go up to get his parking pass to like put it in my window so that like I didn't get towed or whatever, right? And he gave me his keys to get back in the building after I put the thing in my car, right? And this is when I had that maroon 1990 Camry, right?
Right.
Or 89 Camry, right? And that had been previously stolen before I bought it. Okay. Somebody stole it, blew the engine. I knew a guy that put a crate engine in it, whatever, or like one from Japan, the 50,000 mile thing.
Yeah.
And so I had my buddy's keys, and I had forgotten my keys, and my car was locked. And I was like, well, what are the chances his 4Runner key opens my door? And I put the key in and turned it, and it fucking opened the door. And then I was like, okay, like this is going to be crazy, but I'm just going to try to start my car with his 4Runner key. And it fucking started. The lock cylinders were basically like just more theory at that point than they were actual mechanical devices.
Yeah.
But his like worn 4Runner key easily, like it wasn't even like there was resistance and I tried it. It just went straight into the ignition, fired the car right up, man. Yeah, no fucking wonder Camrys got stolen left and right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, so our buddy Jared, who sends us stuff sometimes, he's in Kansas City. He used to live in Denver, and when he lived in Denver, they had older CRVs, and I think they went through like it was 2 or 3 of them got stolen from right in front of their house, and they just like kept replacing them. It's crazy. So that is funny too. Is like, everyone's up in arms about the Kia Hyundai stuff, but like, that's not new. There's always been some car that's been ridiculously easy to steal. And it's just, just like all of the dumb fashion trends that were popular when I was in high school are coming back, so too was the club. Like, it's crazy to walk around and just see
the club on people's cars.
People's cars, which is like in the 90s, that was such a huge infomercial thing. There was commercials all the time for the club. And then they disappeared for 20 years.
Yep.
And then, like Doc Martens, they just came right back.
They sure did. Get Amazon Prime, a club, and a puka shell necklace, and let's fucking get going. Yeah. And then I remember like a news broadcast that told me how to get around a club, just like hacksaw the steering wheel. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And like somebody did it on the news in like 8 seconds, and I was like, "Thank you, Kansas City News, for teaching
all the
hundreds of thousands of people how to steal a car."
Well, because if there's one thing that petty criminals are known for, it's watching the local news.
It is. They want their sports. They want their weathers on the two. They got
to get it in one place.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, like that 30 Rock. Technology cyclical. Yep.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Nissan Altimas being the fastest car in the world, then Toyota Camrys getting stolen. But so there you go. I have a my eyes for you that I saw in the Costco parking lot, because that's where I see all my cars, Ian. Mm-hmm. That's where I take all my license plate pictures. That's where I see all my cars. Here you go, Ian. Speaking of blast from the past, look at this effing Mercury Sable in teal. It is in frighteningly good shape, I believe is the term for that.
Yes, this is the serial killer.
This is a person that reluctantly took their Mercury Sable station wagon. Mm-hmm. I don't know, what is this, like a 92, something like that? This is the same era from the show that you had.
It would have been like 90, I would say 93 to 95.
Okay. Yeah. They took it to Costco. They were upset about it because they didn't want the UV rays hitting the dashboard, so they've stacked some cardboard up front over the dash.
They split. Yeah. This has big to make a Breaking Bad reference, this has big Gus Fring energy.
Okay.
So Gus Fring, you never watched Breaking Bad, right?
No, I'm too soft.
Okay. So Gus Fring.
Oh yeah, I know who this is. Yeah.
He drives the Volvo V70 in that, and he's very meticulous and exacting and fucking ruthless, right?
Yeah.
And you would never know it from looking at him, but that's exactly who drives this car.
Okay.
This is a criminal mastermind.
It's a good thing I didn't interact with them. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's clean, man. It's clean.
Very clean.
There's a little bit of missing paint or something stuck in the molding on the door.
Look how clean the wheels are.
Dude, it looked so mint. Like, and of course it's parked in the back away from everything.
There's no rash on the wheels.
No, the clear coat is perfect, which is insane for a vehicle of this period. Because I think they were just using water as the clear coat at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. The luggage, all the black plastic trim still looks black. It's not gray as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This is a rolling Full House episode on wheels.
It is. Right? Yeah. Wild.
That is crazy.
I thought I time traveled for a minute.
Yeah.
To like an even worse timeline somehow.
Yeah. I just want to put a SHO driveline in this and then daily it. Right?
Yeah. That would be hilarious. That would be so great. Yeah. I would love to drop people in a freaking
I'm annoyed that I
wagon.
like this as much as I do.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. Because this was always looked at as such a herb nerd, like mom, like parents. This is what your parents had. Nobody thought that this was cool back then.
No, I've always thought that these looked pretty cool, but I am on record as saying that nostalgia is a garbage emotion.
Ah, okay. Okay.
But that works for me.
That's making you feel things?
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good spot though.
Thank you. It's
incredibly clean.
It's so freaking clean, man. Like the glass is spotless. Yeah.
Wow.
I would love to know how many miles are on it because it cannot be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it'll be on Bring a Trailer for, $80,000.
Right.
Any moment now.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mentioned our buddy Eric earlier up in Illinois, and he's been sending some vanity plates slowly. I mean, he always sends vanity plates. He sends a lot, and I very much appreciate it. But slowly, there has been a few that have come in that makes me say, what the fuck is going on with the Illinois DMV, Ian? What the fuck, Ian?
Is it? Are we saying the compliance section of the DMV is compromised in some way? They're accepting bribes now or something?
Ian, dude, it's play. I can't even say it anymore. I think I just have to use your button, Ian. Ian, Jesus Christ. Okay. I envy you because you live in a world where you have not seen these fucking license plates yet.
Well, I have a feeling you're about to ruin that.
I am. And Eric's seen them. He shared the burden with me.
Okay.
I'm now going to share it with you and 7 other people that watch this show. Okay? Fuck. Eric, thank you for sending these. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. Okay? This one is called, What the Fuck is Going On with the Illinois DMV?
I want to see it. I'm ready.
Are you?
Probably not.
Here's the quiz.
Oh my God.
See?
Okay.
See?
All right. So just saw all of them. Oh my God.
These like anybody, just YouTube. Hop on YouTube. This is going to be about 30 minutes in, so you don't need to watch what we were talking about before. Yeah. Like hop in at minute 28 on the YouTube video, and you're gonna get this.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is
Ian,
amazing.
this is real. These are real plates from real people that have been issued by a real fucking DMV. Why do you think I titled it the way I did? Why do you think I titled it? Ian,
Oh my God.
for the audio listeners, we
God.
okay, like we can't draw it out anymore. Do you need me to say it while you take them in?
No, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll start with the cars. The cars are a Hyundai Sonata Sport
In black.
in black, a black Jeep Grand Cherokee. Is that what I'm looking at? And then an Audi R8.
Yep. In white.
And then the license plates. F the left.
Yeah. F the left. Like, can we are we allowed to make dumb political statements like that on our license plates?
I'm more questioning, how does this next one get through? Foot fetish.
Yeah, foot fetish on
FTFETSH.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, how the fuck does that one get through?
And then the real question, MILF Hunter.
MILF Hunter. MLFHNTR. Someone has that on a fucking plate.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
real quick, can you imagine a woman that finally matches with a dude on Tinder? Shows up. The dude shows up to the fucking coffee shop and she sees him get out of a car with a fucking MILF Hunter license plate.
That's amazing. I mean, we've seen the people with like the porn related
stickers,
stickers or whatever, which is already like, why?
Right.
Who is this for?
Right. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Right. In the worst way.
Yeah. And so I think I have this already. I think I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
So without even any zoomies and enhancies, I can see that there's a Blue Lives Matter sticker on the Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah, there sure is. And the license plate to match, because if one, Blue Lives Matter flag didn't do it, the license plate, that'll get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which it's been a while since we've talked about how just fucking stupid that is, right?
The Blue Lives Matter flag?
Just the Blue Lives Matter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
is this
nobody? I'm not gonna go on a big rant about it.
No. I want to know if there might be an uptick in humidity with this one.
In humidity?
Like maybe there might be a forecast for some precipitation.
Oh. No, not quite that bad.
Okay.
It's just annoying because it's like so clearly in bad faith and makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Right.
It's just one of those things where they think they're being clever,
right?
By co-opting another thing, and it just doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like if you ask someone what it means, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's empty. Anyway. That's F the left. So the Jeep Grand Cherokee, definitely F the left. And then we're left with the two perverts, right? So we've got the foot fetish and the MILF Hunter.
Now, I do want to say, we're not going to yuck anybody's yum. If you're into feet, whatever. You shouldn't have that on a fucking license plate.
Correct.
Right? If you have a predilection for older women in some weird predatory sense, okay, whatever. That's you. You shouldn't have a fucking license plate that says that.
Right.
Yeah.
We all have our own problems.
Yeah.
Those are your problems. Don't make them my problem.
Right. Yeah. The last thing Ian wants to do is explain the Audi R8 MILF Hunter license plate to his children.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to know about it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think that foot fetish is on the Sonata.
Okay.
And I think MILF Hunter is on the R8. And I think maybe this is somebody who made money off of that website.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. It's plausible, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Ian. Absolutely. Yeah. You want me to show you the answer so we can move on to the next fucking game as soon as possible?
Please do.
Okay. Ian, you got 3 for 3, man.
Oh, boom.
Yeah, I lost the rap air horn sound. I got to put it back on the board.
I'm pleased with myself and also ashamed.
It's just so fucked up that we live in a world where this is on people's license plates.
Yeah.
Right? Remember when vanity plates first started coming out? And like the most common thing that you would see would be like a husband and wife's initials. Right? Like you would see that all the time. You'd see it and you'd be like, oh, that must be their initials. Adorable.
Yeah.
And now we have this, right? Yeah. I am not a slippery slope motherfucker, right? I'm not like, you can't give an inch because they're going to take a fucking mile. But
I'm sorry. You're like, you're saying that this is basically like harbinger of doom for our civilization.
No, I'm saying that if I had a time machine, I would go back and I would vote against vanity plates even being an option.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
I would stop that if this is because this is what it comes to.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Kill baby Hitler. No. Stop vanity license plates in the cold of their tracks. Yes.
Oh my God. Dana Gould has the best baby Hitler time machine joke. I've got to put a link to it in the show description. I'm not even going to try to say it. It's so fucking funny. You just have to watch it. Yeah.
I think I've seen that bit. Yeah.
I love Dana Gould so much. He's so
best,
great.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, him and Andy Kindler. Oh God. But anyway, yeah. So thank you, Eric, for sending these and relieving them onto us. And I really hope that there's some kind of fucking change in your DMV because this is fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. It would be nice to have seen these license plates and been like, imagine if you showed this to somebody and they were like, I don't know what any of those mean.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
Imagine what that would be like to live your life like that.
Yeah.
To not be able to decode these immediately.
Yeah.
And just know what all the types of weirdos that there are in the world.
Right. Like as if you were almost some kind of Amish person.
Right. Or like, I don't know. I bet my mom would be able to figure out one of these.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
I don't know. What about you? Your mom would get
probably 2 of them, I guess.
2 of them?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my mom would be irritated by all 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which she knew what they were.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, right? Like that you're talking about like who like has been exposed to enough insanity in the world that they just happen to know these things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's the inverse of that feeling that we talked about when somebody gets canceled and you don't have any dog in the fight.
Right. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah. Great. Cool. I'm so happy I don't have to learn about this. Is just one less person I have to learn about.
Right. Keep scrolling. Yeah. Nope. But here we are, Ian, with these fucking plates and the bullshit Illinois DMV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. All right. I'm ready for the next one. Let's go.
This one is called Please Let's Just Think About Anything Else. Okay?
Okay.
Ian, here you go, buddy. These are food related plates. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we've got like burnt orange C6 Corvette. We've got a Jeep Cherokee in like silver, and then we've got that like bluish, grayish, silverish Infinity QX60 thingy.
Yep.
What's the first plate? Corn
I think it's Corn Maiden.
Corn Maiden?
Yeah. Yeah.
Corn?
Corn something. Corn Maiden. Yeah.
Corn Maiden. Okay.
Yeah.
Ice Guy
Uh-huh.
and KFC.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Aren't all these plates better than what you just saw?
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, let's get some zoomies and enhancies going.
Yeah, you bet. Here you go.
Okay.
On the very burnt orange Corvette, which is a cool color, I think. Yeah.
It's not a bad color. Yeah, we've got a Maryland plate.
Yep. And a dealer plate frame.
Mm-hmm. Bought in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. So they're in like the DC area.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's really it for this.
Yeah, not much to go on.
Yeah. Looks
okay,
like
and then let's
exhaust.
go down.
Yeah.
We've got a Connecticut plate on the Jeep.
Yep. That mirror's folded in, it's backed in.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody took care to back this into the space.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
And then the Infinity.
We've got a New Mexico plate on the QX60. Wow.
Yeah. Right?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Nothing else really.
Yeah. So I think my initial thought is that the Corvette is going to be either Ice Guy or KFC, and that is like somebody who owns some small businesses. And
a franchise person. Yeah.
Treated themselves to a Corvette.
Okay.
When they got like their third KFC, or their or they made their 100,000th sale of a bag of ice or whatever the fuck, right?
Yep.
Some sort of small business person.
That tracks. Okay.
The Corn Maiden thing, Corn Maiden, I don't think is right.
Yeah, I don't know.
New Mexico. I think Corn Maiden is New Mexico.
Okay.
I don't know. For some reason, maybe this is like a restaurateur or something to do with tortillas, or I don't know, something. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
There's no corn in either Maryland or Connecticut.
Not really.
What I'm basing this on.
Yeah. Okay.
So then we've got Ice Guy and KFC. Okay, I'm gonna say Ice Guy on the Corvette.
Okay.
And KFC on the Jeep.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ready for the answers?
I am.
You got one. You got the corn in New Mexico. Thank you, Ben, for sending in Corn Maiden. He also did say that he has here, this is from Ben. Let me go. Ben saw that plate and then got the last like stalks of corn or the ears of corn from a farmer's market that he was going to.
Amazing.
Yeah. So thank you, Ben. I like that there's a corn plate and then like, oh, I should buy corn. Yeah. Yeah. Serendipitous plate.
I mean, those QX60s are not going to pay for themselves. So somebody has to buy those corn.
Exactly. Right. And then Pat sent us the Ice Guy. Yeah. So thank you, Pat. And then John sent us the KFC Corvette. So thank you, John, Pat, and Ben for sending these in. Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
And again, thank you, Eric, for what you've sent and how you contribute to the show. We really appreciate all of you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so there you go, Ian. That's plates, man. And I'm gonna want to check back in with you to like let you like to find out how much those plates like have shown up in your mind since we've last spoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I've been thinking about them. I made this plate game yesterday, and I thought about them like maybe 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
It is crazy because you read the stories about the rejected plates, and like some of the stuff that gets rejected is just like utterly like totally benign.
Right.
You know? Yeah. And then you see that and you're like,
Right.
is happening over there?
Right?
You're right. What is
Yeah.
happening over there?
Yeah. Yeah. We're like, it is one of those things where we are only as good as the people that enforce the rules.
You're
Right?
right.
Which is such a huge fucking problem these days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it is definitely, oh man, give me a fucking time machine, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. So
I love it.
there you go. There you go. You love it. You love to hate it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ian, I think what I want from you is an album of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, stop me if I have mentioned this one before.
Okay, sure.
There may be even odds that I've already done this one and I have a backup.
Okay.
But
all right.
I have been thinking about, have you ever heard of Sunlux?
No.
Have we talked about this? SONLUX.
LUX.
So
Okay.
it's like one like main guy, but it's kind of like kind of experimental electronica sort of.
Oh yeah, they've
stuff.
been on Anticon. Yeah, a label that I really like. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I really love. I think it's their third record, called Lanterns.
Okay.
They just released a remix album, and it was one of those things where like I listened to the remix album and I enjoyed it, and then I was like, oh, what this really makes me want to do is listen to the one that I really like.
Yep. Yep.
And this one in particular is just really, really good.
Okay. Nice.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's got kind of like, I don't know, kind of some of the, like Massive Attack 100th Window, some of the, like the slower songs on there, sort of that energy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Really,
right
really
on.
great. Yeah.
Okay.
Alternate World, the opening track is excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Okay. Yeah, I will give this a listen for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very cool. I think you'll dig it. It's very chill and relaxed.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. They have a bonus track if you get it on Bandcamp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And also a bonus track for the iTunes edition. So
okay.
Yeah.
I have it on the vinyl and I really like it. It's a good one for like cooking Sunday brunch.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need something mellow to de-escalate my anger at the Illinois DMV. Yeah. I didn't know I was going to have beef with a governing body tonight, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
You need to run for DMV comptroller or whatever.
I do, right? Yeah, I need to become part of the system so that I can fix it. Yeah.
That is, I do think we should try to get some we should ask somebody from the Illinois DMV to come on the show and just explain themselves.
Right. Explain yourself. Right.
We'll just show the pictures. What is this about? Yeah. Come on, man.
Be better.
Oh, you thought this was a podcast? This is a performance review.
Yeah, exactly. Does not meet expectations.
We're going to get you on an improvement plan.
Yeah. Pip. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Can you imagine having somebody from the DMV on the show? Yeah.
We would just be on hold for.
We could do a show in the DMV.
That's a great idea. I love that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dave, I think we did a car show.
We did, Ian. Oh boy.
What should the people do other than, I don't know, elect new representatives in Illinois?
I don't know. Maybe see if you can invent one of those Men in Black red light things to take the last that time away from me. Invent a time machine. Yeah. You should definitely continue to send us vanity plates at 720-515-1391. Very much appreciate them. I have over 710 plates in my hopper.
What?
Yeah, because it's all stuff I take too. But still, people send them, and I am so thankful for them. I've got to create some kind of database. I've got to get this figured out. If anybody has any recommendations for some kind of cataloging software, because I would love to just be
had
able
a
to,
lot. I have 137.
bitch, get on my level. But if anybody has a recommendation for how I could fucking wrangle this with metadata or whatever, please let me know.
Yeah.
Because I would love to be able to pull all the food themed plates, right? I have no problem like tagging them when I bring them in because I'm already importing them, cropping them, all that stuff. So yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so do that. Don't put your sexual fetishes on your vanity plates. There's many other things you could do with that money and that time. Let's see. What else should people do, Ian? I don't know.
But it did just occur to me that like when you check in at a hotel, like when you check in at a hotel and you have to write on the hang tag like your license plate and stuff.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Or at your work. Your work. I had to put my license plates for my cars on my thing for the badge for the parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many.
I bet my wife has not been able to go to sleep because of how much I've been yelling in the show.
Were you yelling about the DMV?
Yeah, that's what she's gonna say. She's gonna like, why are you so upset with Illinois governing institutions? Yeah.
It's a good thing that you're talking to me right now because if you were just in your office yelling about the DMV, she'd have you fucking committed.
For good reason. Yeah. So unless you're a figment of my imagination and you're just my coping mechanism, yeah.
I am your Tyler Durden.
Yes, right? Oh my God. Yeah. That would be a really funny mix, you and me, right?
Yeah.
I do want to say real quick. So when I texted you about our podiversary, I was a day off. Yesterday was our 8-year podcast anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been doing this shit for 8 years, buddy.
Time flies when you're tilting at windmills.
So yeah. So there you go, man. Yeah. 8 years. 8 years.
One listener per year. That's what we do. That's how we get an audience.
Right? Hey.
By year 10,050, we are going to be.
We'll be able to turn on channel monetization.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there you go. So thank you, Ian, for 8 delightful years.
Thank you, Dave, for keeping me on task for 8 years. Everybody, thank you so much for tonight and the last 8 years and the license plates and the things and the place with the guy. We love you. Goodbye.